Muppets got an Oscar nomination or an Oscar win, so can't the Happy Time Murderers get an Oscar too?
Probably that Muppet or puppet. Where it's not a Muppet, right?
No, they're not Muppets. Muppets are like Jim. I was about to say Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey exclusive. They're Jim Henson exclusives.
Well, yeah, but the Jim Henson's son directed it, and it has Jim Henson. So, are they Muppets? Are they puppets?
Do they say they're Muppets in the movie?
No, they call
not
them...
exclusively, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We should have a show by or like a different show to talk about Muppets and puppets.
Muppets puppets. What are they? Who are they? It's like comedians getting coffee, but it's Oscar pundits talking about puppets or Muppets on puppets. That sounds weird. Moving on.
That's a good name, Muppets on puppets.
Yeah, Muppets and puppets. Welcome everyone to Gone with the Wind, episode 10. Cue the music. So after that wonderful cold open, guys, welcome here to episode 10 of Gone with the Wind. We are here to kind of give you a more lax and casual one because this is Thanksgiving when this is going up. So we'll see how the numbers do in that one because I totally forgot this week was Thanksgiving because you guys totally celebrate Thanksgiving, right? American Thanksgiving.
No.
Not in New Zealand.
Well, let's see. What was that?
I watch football.
That's a Thanksgiving thing to do. Let's be honest. We're moving on. This is not about Thanksgiving, nor is it about football. You tuned into the wrong podcast. I'm sorry about that. This is Abe and Malcolm, which you guys probably know by now. And I'm Manning, of course, your host, your humble host. But we're gonna jump right into it, give it as quickly as possible. But first, I want to ask the big question: what did we watch this week? Malcolm, what did you watch, and what did you like?
I saw Fantastic Beasts 2 and I saw Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I enjoyed Fantastic Beasts 2. They made some decisions that are perplexing, but I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. Because I don't want to spoil it for people. And I mean, Ballad of Buster Scruggs should have just been a TV series. It would have been better as a TV series, not an anthology movie. I wasn't a big fan.
And Abe, what did you watch this week?
I watched the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I watched Creed 2, and I watched Fantastic Beasts. First, let's go with Creed 2. You know, I love the first one. It was a little disappointing. I was hoping for a little bit more boxing. It has heart. I mean, there's a ton of boxing, but like good quality fighting. You know, the movie has heart. I think Stallone definitely. It's Rocky. Well, if we don't know that by now, like he proves it again. What's the name of Dolph Lundgren? Is that his name?
Ivan Drago?
Yeah, I think he gives his probably his best performance I've seen from him. Hopefully he's better in Aquaman.
I mean, it's not saying much that he hasn't really done too much hard hitting.
Yeah,
acting.
but like definitely the standard is Michael B. Jordan. That guy is a beast as an actor and definitely as a boxer because he does some amazing things. I think definitely the absence of Coogler affected the film, and you see it in the boxing scenes and almost everything. But it's a nice movie, you know. It's enjoyable. It's a crowd pleaser. Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I think there's 3 really good segments. Well, I think 4 or 3 really good segments, which could have been a TV show. 4 great episodes, and 3 that really.
So for those who are unaware, how many are there?
I think I don't know.
I think there's
6 segments.
I think.
I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I mean, sometimes it gets hard to tell the segment start and finish.
Most of I didn't get a chance around to see it. I instead chose to go for You Were Never Really Here. We'll talk about that later. Is the highlight? Most people are praising Tim Blake Nelson. How is he?
I mean,
he was
just in one part of the movie, but he's great. He's the best part. I wish we could have seen like the whole movie about him, about Buster Scruggs. I think it would have been like, you know, those lovable idiots that Coens have in their movies, like every single thing they have. He's one of those characters that I wish we could have seen more. like a full movie of him, because they set up the mythology of him in just the first, I think it's the first 15 minutes of the movie, and then they jump out to another story. But he's great in it. I don't think he will get a nomination, but I think he definitely has that Coen touch that I wish we could have seen through the whole movie.
Who knows? Maybe that might be a cult classic a couple years down the road. We might know. We'll never know. But yeah, I definitely think that this being nothing, it's nothing that people, what I'm getting is that people aren't like, it's good, but not, it's uneven and not great. Is that the consensus?
I think there's three parts of it. I have to eat my words because they say, well, without Roger Deakins in the cinematography, the movie is probably gonna look bad. But I have to say the cinematography it's really good. But you never come like there's great performances. I think Zoe Kazan does great. I think James Franco does well. It's just some segments like you're uninterested, like the one with Liam Neeson. I'm not gonna say anything, but it just felt like I don't like Inside Llewyn Davis. It just felt like that for me.
Yeah,
we had this discussion.
Yeah, like that tone and everything.
That Liam Neeson one was hard to watch. And
yeah,
they completely wasted the actor that played Dudley Dursley, who was the other one in that scene. So,
well, I guess we can say is if you watch this, watch it later after you've seen some other films, better films, basically. But speaking of Liam Neeson, I got to see Widows this week by Steve McQueen, directed by Steve McQueen and co-written by Gillian Flynn, who did Gone Girl. And let me tell you, it wasn't even like how people are marketing it as a heist film. It's not even a heist film. I would call it more of, it's the preparation for the heist takes place longer than the heist itself. It's more a character study than it is an actual heist. It's one about where you delve into these characters, which a wonderful cast. Holy cow. These people are phenomenal. Elizabeth Debicki. Holy cow. Where have you been? Like
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. But where has she been like as an actress? Because I was blown away. Like the first thing I ever remember her in was like Man from U.N.C.L.E. Was she anything else like big before that?
Great Gatsby. She's in that. She's
oh yeah, she had brown black hair. That's why I forgot about her. But she's like but yeah, she was in that one, and I was just blown away of her in Widows. Viola Davis, amazing as always. The editing, the big first 10 minutes, and the editing wise are utter brilliance. There's a couple of twists I won't get into that are I didn't see coming, and were done really well at first, but as it progressed, I was kind of like, this felt very forced and ham-fisted into it, and an otherwise very elegantly told story. So I enjoyed it a lot. I think sadly, it's going the way of First Man and not making a lot of money, and I think that's going to be a big detriment because it's not an Oscar player right off the bat. But it's definitely another great movie by Steve McQueen that I kind of hope it gets some recognition because I really want you. It's probably might be one of my favorite films of the year so far. So, guys, go see it if you get a chance. Definitely go see it. And another movie I saw this past week, this week was You Were Never Really Here. And after the Indie Spirits came out, I decided to give one of these a chance because that were on the list, and it was on Amazon Prime, and I decided to give it a shot because the other ones, Leave No Trace, Beale Street, First Reformed, 8th Grade, were not, but You Were Never Really Here was, so I decided to give that one a chance. Man, that was an ethereal experience because I still am trying to process everything. The direction, what's her name? It was directed by Lynn Ramsey, written and directed by Lynn Ramsey, and the direction it's very minimal. It's not too flashy, but it's done just in a way to make it attention grabbing. It's very captivating. It's very, as I mentioned, I'm going to use the word ethereal a lot because it's very an out of body experience because the storyline's very linear. I'm sorry, it's not linear. There are little bits of flashbacks thrown in here and there for Joaquin Phoenix's character, and we don't really get to know any other character besides him. They're all supplementary to him, and I think that both helps and is a detriment to the movie in and of itself because I was left having a lot of questions, so many questions. But it also has one of the best endings just by how it's shot, how it's framed, and how it works with the story. It kind of shows how alone this guy feels and how inconsequential and where his story goes next. But I had a lot of questions. I'm not sure if they're going to be ever answered, but it's a very good movie. I give it kind of like a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 bloody hammers, because hammers are used in this one quite effectively, as the trailer will show you. Oh yeah, and Widows I probably give about a 5.4. Sorry, 5.4 out of 5. That's not a no. 4.5 out of 5. So anyway, that's just kind of what we've seen this year. So far, I don't think any of the movies that we've seen have particularly strong Oscar chances, in the sense like these are going to steamroll through everything. Unless you think that, what'd you see? Happy Time Murders, Abe? You'd also mentioned you saw?
Oh, well, I didn't mention I say behind the scenes, but yeah, I did watch that. I think there's definitely performances from Muppets or Puppets or whatever they are that blew me away, literally. And there's
well, I mean, a Muppet is not quite a mop, but it's also not quite a puppet. But when they get going, man, in short, I don't know.
I feel like we could take so many euphemisms from that.
There's some tweaks in the movie that you didn't see coming.
Oof!
It's so good. I actually enjoy it, to be honest.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Awesome.
Not an Oscar contender. No way.
Well, it will not be getting an Oscar for Happy Time Murders, so at least you came out, Happy Time Murders. At least you came out and had a very talkative trailer. But anyway, no, also, as I mentioned prior, also, the Indie Spirit nominations came out, and while these are not the end-all, be-all of Oscar nominations, I was looking back, and you have to go back to 2007 with The Wrestler to find a movie that did not win Best Picture, did not win or get nominated for Best Picture that year. That's pretty while ago.
2008, last time there
2008. Was it 2007?
No, it was The Wrestler was released 2008.
It was released 2008. Well, it must have been 2000. Hold on, I'm looking at that. It says 2000. Sorry, you're right. Look, I was looking at Juno prior. The Wrestler, which was not nominated for Best Picture, in 2008 was the last one where it was, and they had to continue to go back to 2002 from Far From Heaven, then Memento, and then it's like sporadic here and there. But last year, the winner was Get Out. The year before that, Moonlight. Year before that, Spotlight. Year before that, Birdman. Year before that, 12 Years a Slave, and so on and so forth. The Artist even won that year. Even more, 2011. So this is a good. What's the word I'm looking for?
Barometer.
Yeah, barometer to show you what's the critical darling right now. What's the indie darling? What's something below $20 million that people are really liking? And for Best Feature. For this year, we have 8th Grade, First Reform popping up again after the Gothams, If Beale Street Could Talk, Leave No Trace, and as I said prior, You Were Never Really Here. Do any of these change your mind, guys, about what could pop up along the way in some of the bigger, more prestigious award shows?
I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying that 8th Grade could pop up in the Oscars, so that could be a surprise.
Yeah. I was looking at that, like the predictors in Gold Derby, and I was like, some people have this in picture. Like, yeah. Abe, you were saying something? You gave me a thumbs up, or a thumbs up?
I think 8th Grade is a really good movie. I don't see it as a Best Picture. Well, not even nomination. Like, it's a really good script. I see it as I told you last week. I see it as a possible original screenplay, but like, I don't see any. Well, only if Beale Street Could Talk, because Barry Jenkins is part of the elite club of the Academy now, right? You know. But I don't see, like, You Were Never Really Here or Leave No Trace getting nominated. Possibly First Reform, but the only shot I see for that movie is Ethan Hawke, which I heard is amazing. I need to watch that. But with the actor base getting so crowded now with new contenders we saw this week I saw it hard. But I think 8th Grade and Beale Street are the ones with more potential to get nominated for something big.
No, I think this kind of like throws the conversation to the fact of like 8th Grade probably might be getting that screenplay nomination, like at least the original screenplay nomination, because it's getting some love in like the critics. We'll see how the National Board Review happens next week or the week after. No, next week.
Yeah, next week.
We'll see. Next week will be the National Board Review week, guys. Get excited. And the week after that, the Golden Globes. Ooh, nominations. This will be fun. Yeah, First Reform was one that really, this is kind of like appearing in, if there's ever an indie thing that's happened up until this point, First Reformed has, I think, gotten like almost everything so far. It got a Gotham nomination for Best Picture. It got this as well. I can't remember if it got a British independent film, but yeah, this movie is definitely getting, no, I don't think, yeah, did it? I'm gonna look that up right now.
I don't know.
I'm gonna check right now and find out, because if that's the case, is the one film that has gotten everything. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. I wanted to like double check to make sure, but it was not nominated in anything. Wait, was it nominated in actor? No, but hey, Joaquin Phoenix actually appeared in a lot of these. So did You Were Never Really Here. Screenplay, director. Wow. So that's getting a lot of love, critical love as well too. I'm not surprised, because they like going for stuff on those from that side. Kind of more of the artsy, but it kind of like made me take a second look, especially like 8th Grade in screenplay, and then Ethan Hawke in Best Actor, because I can see them doing SAG. I can see a SAG or maybe a Golden Globe going his way. Is that out of the possibility, you think, or you see that?
I think with Star is Born, well, it's a dramatic movie, obviously. With the Star is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody going like in the drama category in the Golden Globes, it just like reduces the chances of Ethan Hawke getting nominated like as a drama actor. I don't see it. Like, I don't see the pause of it. Like, it may be a great movie, but like it's just a long shot. Like,
yeah, I can see it happening. It's an uphill battle for sure. But if Vice, do we know if Vice is going comedy musical, or if it
has to be comedy musical?
Okay, if that's the case, he could take that Christian Bale spot, because right now we are close to what our 5 probably will look like, minus a Ethan Hawke showing up for First Reform, because it's getting a lot of nominations, mentions. Ilsa Fisher. That's the wrong Fisher. Isla. How do you pronounce her first name? The girl in 8th grade.
Isla Fisher.
Isla Fisher. It's not. That's the. That's. Now I can't remember how to pronounce the other one's name. Oh well. There you go.
Elsie.
Elsie, is it?
Elsie, yeah.
Is it Elsie Fisher? Okay,
Yeah.
well, we apologize, Elsie Fisher, if you're watching this. Probably aren't, but just in case, if we mispronounced your name.
We don't think you married to Sacha Baron Cohen.
No, we do. Oh, that's a Sacha Baron Cohen comedy movie right there with some provocative themes. Yeah, I could see her popping in comedy musical or as 8th grade drama. At this point, I have no idea what's what anymore.
With the Globes, anything
Exactly.
is possible, especially if The Martian is a great comedy or musical.
They'll never live that down. I'll never live that down. No, I'm trying to think of any other notable things that happened in this particular one. We got Best Female Lead, Glenn Close continuing to do some things. Toni Collette for Hereditary. Elsie. Elsie. I was right. Okay, well, I should have been confident. Elsie Fisher, Regina Hall, Support the Girls, Alina Howard. Hey, look, Madeline's Madeline. Also again. And Carey Mulligan, Wildlife. Directors, which is also, I just want to point out, it's really cool. We have 3 females currently nominated for Best Director in the Independent Awards, with also company with which is Lynn Ramsey, Tamara Jenkins, and Deborah Granick for You Were Never Really Here, Private Life, and Leave No Trace, respectively. That's really cool. I'm not sure if that's the first time it's ever happened, but also John David Washington had another movie out this year called Monsters and Men, and he got nominated for that one instead of male lead. He got nominated alongside Black Klansman, his co-star Adam Driver, which I found really funny. Anything else you saw in there you guys want to talk about?
I mean, once again, Thomasin Harcourt Mackenzie from Leave No Trace got nominated as well. I just had to bring that up because she's New Zealand.
Obligatory Thomasin McKenzie. We're gonna wait for it every year. I'm sorry, every week when this comes out, we're gonna wait for it. Can You Ever Forgive Me only gets a screenplay and supporting male. Melissa McCarthy misses out on that. What other? I'm trying to think of any other big misses that occurred. Oh yeah, John Cho got a nomination for Searching. Good on you, John Cho.
Oh yeah. No, I saw that.
It's a good performance.
Yeah, I was like, that's really impressive. Good on you. But all right, moving on to that, we also have the 3 movies have now entered officially the Oscar race. That's Vice, Mary Queen of Scots, and the other Mary Poppins, and she's returning. Get it?
Oh.
See. We got 2 Marys. One's a little bloody, and the other one is coming up from the clouds. So this one, Mary Queen of Scots. I mentioned prior, I didn't have any faith of this, and Malcolm was over here saying like, this still could be a thing. I was thinking we heard nothing about it. It's kind of been under wraps. Apparently, it wasn't done till October. It pulled a Vice, except it kind of was hush hush this entire time. And it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 70 on Metacritic. So even if they're a little down on some of the things, most critics they like it. Saoirse Ronan has the potential. And you go to Mary Poppins Returns. Hasn't been screened for critics yet, but they filmed it for the PGA SAG audience, I believe is what it was.
Yes.
Apparently, what happened, Abe?
They screen it and everybody love it. They clap, they stand up, they cheer for Rob Marshall and say, "What's the name? Emily Blunt did a great job," and I think they praise the music too. I don't remember.
I think that was praise. They gave Dick Van Dyke a standing ovation, all that jazz. And then, of course, Vice comes out, and everyone is all over it, saying amazing things about Amy Adams. I was wrong again, thinking, let's not go jump so quickly, guys, because I've been so jaded by them not giving her anything or passing up on her. And of course, Christian Bale's amazing. Adam McKay is great. They say the screenplay is good. Everyone apparently comes up to show. These are 3 Oscar contenders, guys, we got here, coming right into the race. And while the critics may not adore Mary Poppins Returns, the guilds might fall in love with this below the line and above the line. What do you guys think about this? These 3 films, which one of these is something we should look out for?
Well, I mean, I think Mary Queen of Scots is probably going to be a big surprise come Oscar nominations because, I mean, with the fact it's being loved, and I do believe that the Oscar voters tend to go a lot, gravitate towards period dramas like that and The Favourite. So, I mean, but don't forget, like Shakespeare in Love, which was another period drama, won Best Picture for its year. So, I mean, they really do love the period dramas over in Oscarland.
That is true. However, the official Twitter for Mary Queen of Scots, I was looking at this today, says, "This is no stuffy period drama. # Mary Queen of Scots." And I gave a review. So they are saying, hey, this is not your mom's period piece or not your dad's, whatever this expression is. Abe, what do you think?
Talking about Mary Queen of Scots, my question is there a place for 2 costume dramas to be or not a costume drama or period piece, whatever they're calling it, to be nominated for The Favorite? And you can get confused.
Yeah.
Those Academy members are old. They make it confused. They let's be honest. They usually don't watch anything. If there's a column in the Hollywood Reporter every year, they talk like honest conversations with Oscar voters. They're very as elephant.
Well, don't forget they asked a lot of new people. Like the past 2 years, we have a lot of new faces in the Academy now. They got rid of some old ones, so maybe that'll they'll actually know.
You say that. Well, now this film is just like the ones that got nominated in the 50s and 60s of those. So is there a space of that? And talking about Mary Poppins, this was the biggest surprise. I thought it was going to be a crowd pleaser. I love Rob Marshall's work in Chicago, one of my favorite movies, but I never thought we'll get nominated. I was getting like into the woods, which I don't like. That one was a surprise. I think I was picking Crazy Rich Asians as the possible 10 for crowd pleasing, the blockbuster, and now Mary Poppins getting all the buzz. I think it has a big chance, especially with those below the line categories, and now with those categories pushing it to number 10, 9 maybe nominated.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing is you do bring a good point of the favorite being up there. The two period dramas going up against each other could also easily cancel each other out because they may end up splitting the votes. So I mean, and neither of them will get up for best picture. So
that's possible, but the favorite so far has just been kind of like in the conversation for a while. If the Mary Queen of Scots starts to hold and it starts to be like people are like, oh, I love Saoirse Ronan, oh, I love Margot Robbie, I love the apparently this is the first like feature film the director has done. I forgot her name, but she comes out swinging.
Rourke.
What?
Rourke.
Josie
Rourke. I don't know. It's just like.
Well, apparently, one of the reviews I was reading said this is kind of like Sam Mendes coming in for American Beauty, where it's just kind of like, wow, this person can direct a feature film.
Whoa.
I know.
A big comparison.
I know. I was like, it feels like that. I'm not saying that they're not saying it was, but it felt like that. I was like, okay, I have to see this movie now. So that was a strong comparison. It was from Award Circuit, what I like to read.
I have to jump out.
Oh, you have to jump out. You have to get going. Okay, Malcolm has to get going.
Keep going without me.
Okay. And Abe and I will continue this quick discussion. We'll wrap it up. So, Abe, any last thoughts?
No, you talk about you mentioned Vice that you were doubting it.
Oh yeah,
I told you.
I was down on Amy Adams.
Look, man. Adam McKay is one of those directors that I don't think has ever made a bad movie. I think Anchorman 2 is serviceable. I don't think it's great. I think what's the name of that movie?
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, I think it's good. You know, he's talented and he has things to say, and it's showing in his latest film, The Big Short, and now Vice is a contender. I think we never thought we thought Christian Bale was gonna get nominated. But we never thought someone is gonna grab it from Bradley Cooper. I still don't think that, but we have a thread, big one with Christian Bale and Amy Adams. I told you, I'm sorry, Regina King. You could be everything, but this is the year for my girl Amy Adams.
Sign that here, guys. Abe has spoken. This is Amy Adams' year. I'm gonna be very sad and laugh if suddenly they pull an Arrival and she misses. So
that's not gonna happen.
I mean, everyone thought she was gonna.
Yeah, but there. I think that's the reason they didn't nominate her because they don't want her to get to her 6th nomination and no win. You know, they want the 6 and the win.
Hey, I thought she was going to win that year. She had the potential to win because Arrival was doing very well up until that point.
Who won that year?
That was 2015, right?
No, 2016.
16. That was La La Land. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Moonlight.
It was Emma Stone. Nobody was taking her.
Yeah, I'm about to say now, and I keep forgetting. I still mix up the La La Land Moonlight win because it's just I think of oh yeah, Moonlight. Wait, no, La La Land. What? That'll forever be in everyone's minds. But yeah, no, Vice is definitely when we review Vice, I want to bring Ryan on so he can tell me what his parents or his family thought of it if they saw it.
People are talking about Sam Rockwell, which according to you it was a caricature, but now it's one of the best performances.
Okay, what we saw looked like a caricature, but that was only a single scene of him eating chicken wings. Which made me hungry for chicken wings. But now I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing. I also heard Steve Carell is really good. I didn't hear anyone was bad, which I didn't expect anyone to be bad. Also, I just realized that Steve Carell was in 2 Adam McKay films. I'm looking forward to see what he's doing with the 3rd one. Actually, he's been in all of them, hasn't he? Wait.
He's been in 2 Anchormans. He's been in...
Was he in Talladega Nights?
I don't remember. He's not.
Okay.
He's in 4. This is the 4th.
Wow. I'm about to say he's getting his muse in Steve Carell.
He's a good actor.
He is.
Will Ferrell, but you're not you're a great comedian, not a great actor.
I need to see him in more things because when's the last time we were man, dramatic acting from Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, The Stranger Than Fiction.
I have not seen that. How was it?
I really like that movie. It's I think who is it? Oh my God, British actress, blonde, tall. Old. Well, not that old. Emma Thompson.
Oh, they.
Dustin Hoffman, isn't it? Who was in there? I don't remember. He. It's probably my favorite. Well, no, behind Anchorman. It's a really good movie, but it's from 2004, so it's an old one.
Okay, I need to go see that then. It was on Netflix for the longest time, and I kept passing over it. Yeah, no, I think without a doubt, these three films are now in the Oscar race. Without a doubt, they have set themselves up in order of what I think is most likely to be nominated: Vice, Mary Poppins Returns, Mary Queen of Scots, in or descending order of so Vice definitely I think is going to get nominated. I had Crazy Rich Asians prior. I think I might also go Mary Poppins Returns if I hear more good things about this. And Emily Blunt, you never know. She or Saoirse Ronan could take that fifth spot that people have been iffy about.
I think Blanc has a bigger chance. She had an amazing she had 2 blockbusters. This will be her second blockbuster this year after A Quiet Place, which is making sounds, and they're campaigning for a movie, so
they are, which is definitely it's going to get that sound maybe something else, but I think it's definitely gonna get those sounds, so it's not going to be completely forgotten. But yeah, that's the 3 big films that have made their stamp now and are shaking up the Oscar race. When next week comes, we'll really start to get into how the race is starting to shape up and starting to shift. We'll have our official Golden Globe predictions in 2 weeks. But before we head out, we got a couple of questions from our viewers. Really? We did. We actually did. And I saw that and I got super excited. Because And wow, don't you love when Facebook resets on you when you had everything up?
No.
That was, I don't love it either. That was sarcasm, so we should be good. I just had it too. Abe, distract everyone.
So I want to talk about one of my favorite movies this year, A Star Is Born Again. That soundtrack breaks my heart every time I hear it.
It does.
I had been listening. I bought the soundtrack and I had been listening to the extended version because it was longer.
Found it.
Okay, so can I tell my story?
Go ahead.
I was listening to the extended version because it's 30 minutes longer, and then I put a film version. And in the film version, it cuts to certain part of the movie that made everybody cry. Well, I started crying sitting on my desk.
Man, I forget you love that movie a lot.
I did.
But for someone who doesn't love that movie at all, Chris Alexakros. Okay.
Alexakos.
I'm terrible with names. We know this now. This is a fact. Chris, I apologize. All right, Abe, would you like to say his name for me before I butcher it again?
Chris Alexakos.
Alexakos.
Yeah, something like. Well, it's how Roca and Nose and Kristen and Matt pronounce it. So
that's what. Okay. Oh yeah, I just realized. Wow. I just put 2 and 2 together. Oh, hi, Chris. I do. Okay. Wow. Cool. Thanks for watching, Chris, or listening, because there's no video. But anyway, he asks, which movie that you have not yet watched is on your list for awards consideration? I am waiting for my Greek compatriot, Yorgos Lanthimos, and The Favorite. That is an excellent choice. I'm getting more excited for The Favorite every day. Even though I'm not a Yorgos Lanthimos fan for his other films, I'm getting excited. But that's not mine. Abe, what's yours? Vice.
I think after getting that buzz. Well, oh my God, no, it's not Vice, it's Roma. Well,
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's Roma. It's like, what on? Like, there's a big drama in Mexico right now. Like, the big chains doesn't want to put Roma on there. Oh, I don't know. It's a big drama. But definitely Roma. I want December 14th to be right now and watch Roma and watch it again and again because that's going to be my favorite movie of the year. I can assure you that. I don't know how because I haven't watched it before. It's going to be.
Oh, boy. No, Alfonso Cuarón is probably still one of my favorite directors ever. So that Roma also might be the thing I'm most looking forward to. But y'all know I'm looking forward to If Beale Street Could Talk. I'm high on that movie right now for awards consideration. And I am just so pumped. I saw the trailer again recently. That music. Oh, I don't know who does the soundtrack. I need to look into that. But just for the music from that trailer almost got me to tears because there's a French horn, some sort of
instrument,
some sort of like instrument. It's like a brass instrument, or maybe it's a woodwind, some sort of instrument that they use to evoke the feeling of that trailer. It gets me every time, and I'm just so pumped. It looks gorgeous. The acting, the cinematography. If Beale Street Could Talk is just kind of like after Jenkins knocked it out with Moonlight, I'm so excited to see what this one is. But Roma is like right up there as well too, because you can't go wrong with the great Alfonso Cuarón. But yeah, That's definitely the two. I cheated. I picked two. Whoops. But yeah, I also have, and speaking of also Ryan McKenna, I can pronounce that name. Will a movie that came out before September get a Best Picture nod? If so, which one? Black Klansman. You heard it here first. Abe, what do you think?
I have to agree with it.
Okay, let's take Black Klansman or Black K Klansman. I don't know. Still, I don't know how to pronounce it.
You pronounce it well the first time. It's how they're calling it. It's just KKK because of the subject matter.
I know, but it's like it's there, and it's like I want to pronounce it every time I see it. I know it's Black Klansman, but it's like, just kind of like, why?
Okay. Well, you're weird.
I am weird. That is an established fact. Embrace me, love me, is who I am. I'm sorry. I apologize. But okay, let's take Black Klansman out of the equation. Is there anything else that has a possibility to get that Best Picture nom?
I was telling you Crazy Rich Asians, but I think that and Black Panther, but I don't see Black Panther getting that Best Picture nomination due to Mary Poppins. It's like, two big studio movies from the mouse. They have the money for campaigning it.
They do.
Like, no question. Like, with all that money they made for Infinity War, they probably have the movies set for, like, I don't know, next 2 years at least. But like Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians, those are my picks.
Yeah, I don't know why I have such a hard time putting Black Panther in Best Picture. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. Because if you look at all of these people predicting it, like Scott Mance himself has it in the top 10. So I'm just kind of at a loss of what to put in besides Black Klansman, because everyone thinks that's the one that's going to be getting in. It's got the overdue factor in Spike Lee. It's a very good film. It's still the one that's remembered. It came out in August, right?
Yes.
I think maybe you into yourself 8th grade. 8th grade might sneak in there, getting like a screenplay and a best picture nomination. It's possible. Or you could have, First Reform get Ethan Hawke coming in for like a screenplay, actor, and then picture. That's not as likely. I think if anything, it tops out as Ethan Hawke as a surprise, and that might be it. But also, besides those two, yeah, Crazy Rich Asians could be the surprise that we have there.
I think Crazy Rich Asians is gonna get like a Critics' Choice, Golden Globe, no question. And those are two big ones. Probably the Critics' Choice is not the same like voters or the Golden Globes, but what those awards do, like they're the most covered in the media. Look, you don't hear a lot about Gotham, like on, I don't know, Good Morning America, but you hear about they get buzz, they get people attacking the streets and everything. So I think Crazy Rich Asians can get like, and it's a plug as many examples. It's a huge movie, almost 180 using the USA.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So people will remember it, and I really like it.
Yeah, I can also see Crazy Rich Asians getting like a PGA, getting an AFI nomination. I can see it getting stuff like that just from being like something that's well loved and well regarded by people. Because didn't Deadpool get a PGA last year?
PGA.
Got PGA. PGI? What did I say? PGA. I can see Crazy Rich Asians getting that. The PGA is not too far off, but we'll have to see as we get closer to that regard. But yeah, Black Klansman is definitely the one that I think it is, with an outside shot being Crazy Rich Asians, 8th grade, or First Reformed, because First Reformed is doing really well so far. We'll see how that goes as everything progresses. And last question from Cameron Holzman. I hope I got that one right. Holzman? Yeah, that's right.
Not sure.
We'll go with that. Cameron says, what movies with absolutely no Oscar buzz do you feel deserve some recognition, even in minor categories like original song or adapted screenplay, etc.? Abe, you go first for this one.
No, oh my god.
You don't? Do you want me to go first?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Annihilation. 100%. I adore that film. It is one of the few films I saw this year that I left the theater and just could not talk about it because I had to process everything. It left me in such a state. The music, give this an original score nomination if you give it anything else, because I listened to that. Hey, look, I'm using the word ethereal again. Ethereal type of otherworldly sound that kind of chills you to the bones. And the cinematography is amazing. Portman gives a great performance. Oscar gives a great performance. Tessa Thompson, Gina Rodriguez. That bear is scary. One of the scariest scenes this year by far. Have you seen this, Abe?
No.
Do yourself a favor, watch Annihilation. I just wanted to get some sort of recognition because it was forgotten too far. Alex Garland did it. He did Ex Machina. Love Ex Machina. I'm not sure if this is as good as it, but it's close. It's real close. One of my favorites. Very thought-provoking. Abe, which do you have?
Okay, I pull my list of movies of 2018. Mission Impossible, probably for sound. I wish there was a stunt category because I think they deserve it. Like the stunts of that movie are amazing, but I think they can get something. I think, but like sound. And another one, it's A Simple Favor. I don't know if you watched it.
I did.
love
I have
that
seen
movie
it.
so much. I think Anna Kendrick. What's the name of that girl? Blake Lively.
Oh yeah.
They gave amazing performances. You're talking about also the script. I think the script is amazing. And even I don't think Povik has a chance. I don't think it's a cinematic masterpiece.
Nope.
But they're able to pull something like you rarely see in movies, like have those tonal shifts like abruptly, like from scene to well, they're organic, but they're abrupt at the same time. And it's just crazy how they do it. Also, Ashes from Deadpool.
Oh yeah, Ashes. That is Deadpool 2.
It's a great song.
It is actually a really good song. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great music video too. I would probably hold on 1 second. Thought someone was talking to me. Never mind. All right.
Mamma Mia, here we go again too.
Oh yes, but none of those are original. I don't think.
I know, but like it's just fun.
Okay. Well, you keep thinking that's fun. But yeah. Oh.
You didn't like it?
I didn't see it. I saw the first one. I'm just like, nope, not for me.
I didn't like the first one either, but like the second one.
Is it really?
It's fun. It's fun.
Oh, interesting. I'll see it for Lily James. If I see that, I'll just see it for Lily James.
That's the only reason I saw it.
Well, glad to know your priorities are straight. But no, that is it. That is going to be, well, it was supposed to be a shorter one. It went a little longer than I thought it was going to go because we did have a lot to talk about today because news decided to drop when we didn't want it to drop. So next week, I'm going to go see Green Book and Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet, excuse me, this week. I'm going to see both those this week and hopefully see Boy Erased. I surprised myself seeing 2 films this week for my days off. So maybe I can keep that up and try to see 3. We will see. Hey, what are you going to watch next week?
I want to watch Break-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to cut up on Widows.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous of you. Oh, I'm probably going to watch Robin Hood just for the sake of it.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what I want to... Oh, I'm jealous because you get Green Book. I want to watch Green Book. I don't get movies until they're open like in 2,000 screens. And I think Green Book is spent like 1,000. So that sucks for me. So.
Oh. That does. I'm really surprised because it opened wide, quote unquote, like on Thanksgiving Day. Well, it's not day yet.
It opened in 1,000 theaters. Like that's wide, but like where I live, it's nah.
It's not wide.
No.
It's not wide. Hey, you know what? At least you're going to be getting Roma, and we can all talk about that because we all have Netflix.
Yeah, Roma, best movie of the year.
You haven't even seen it yet, Abe.
I don't care. It's gonna win this picture. I'm telling you.
Well, we're going to hold that to you, and we're going to hold you to the Amy Adams getting that win. And if neither of those win, we'll make a punishment that you have to do, or you'll have to decry Amy Adams and Roma. You'll have to
agree with that.
You'll have to go on a complete 1-minute rant about how she's the worst actress ever, and how Roma is the worst film of the year.
I agree with that.
You do. If neither of them win, like if one of them wins, you don't have to do that. But if one of them wins.
Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
One of them.
Regina, and of course,
King. Everybody loves saying. Well, we're getting longer than your show. Just say, Regina King is awesome. Great actress. But everybody loves Amy Adams. Who doesn't love Amy Adams?
That's true. I mean, for those who don't love Amy Adams, go watch her movies again. Start with Junebug and go all the way to what was her last film that she did?
Turner Animals.
I can't remember. What's the last movie that she did?
Arrival.
Was it Arrival?
I think it was
Nocturnal Animals or Arrival. One of those two. I think she took a break for a little bit.
Oh, Justice League.
Oh. You know what? Skip that one and stop with Arrival and Nocturnal Animals because she's fantastic in both of those. Yeah, go watch that and then fall in love with her just as everyone else did. But Malcolm is no longer here, but you can find him on Twitter at Melkor, and you can also find Abe. Where can they find you?
Abraham F25. Please don't add me on Facebook if I do not know you. I'm talking to you, Dominic Greasy. I don't know who you are. Yeah, I know who you are, but it's just for fun. Hopefully, you call me out one of these days.
Wow, we get a little inside look into the inside Abraham. So we'll make a depressing movie about your life, and then with a cat, and then you'll hate it. So again, thank you for all those who gave a question. Ryan, Chris, and Cameron. We'll look forward to more as we continue along. Of course, we'll look forward to a live reaction to the Golden Globes December 6th when it releases Thursday morning. Abe may or may not be here, sadly. School. It's the last day. So we'll try to get it. We have Ryan. We're going to probably have Malcolm, but we shall see. So get ready to watch live with us. But until then, guys, we'll see you guys at the cinema. See you later.
Is that the new thing?